Hey there, greetings everybody. Good afternoon and welcome here to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show. This is a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So today we're here to do an episode of Outliers. So this is a kind of a bi-weekly episode in which I talk about an album that a band's released that I think is kind of different from the other albums that they've released in their discography. Normally it falls somewhere in the middle, but in some cases it's at the beginning or at the end. In this case, it's at the end of the discography. So we're going to be talking about this album, Thin Lizzy's Thunder and Lightning, their last studio album released prior to, actually it's just their last studio album released. Phil Lynott died shortly after, and they have not put out an album since. Now there has been recent rumors that they're planning another album, but I don't know if that's actually true or not true. But anyways, what makes this album different from the rest of their discography? Well, I think most of the rest of the discography has a lot of that kind of rock and roll sound to it, like that almost a 50s kind of hard rock flavor to it, where this has got some metal elements to it, like the song Thunder and Lightning, very, very heavy, unlike any song they've done before. Cold Sweat, another one, very heavy metal sounding. And the other songs in this album are a little bit on the hard rock side, very different sounding. There's more of a metal guitar sound to it. That primarily because John Sykes has now joined the band at this point and added his metal-sounding flavor to the album. I like this album a lot. At first, I only knew the two songs, Cold Sweat and Thunder and Lightning, because I'd recorded them on my cassettes years ago, and that was all I had with them. And then once I started listening to albums, I realized how good Phil Lynott's voice sound, how clear sounding this album is. It's quite a heavy album, but it does have some of that traditional Thin Lizzy sound to it as well. This is one really good song. The Sun Goes Down. His voice is really deep on this. I like this. Cold Sweat, of course, is probably one of my favorite Thin Lizzy songs of all time. Baby Please Don't Go. This is kind of a love song, but it's a love song Thin Lizzy style. Heart Attack, really good track too. Yeah, so it's a strong album. Most of their albums are very strong. I do like the cover here quite a bit as well. So that's my pick for Outlier this week. Thin Lizzy's Thunder and Lightning album. Sorry, I was drawing a blank there for a second. This was released in 1983, so it's already 42 years old. So a really strong album. That's my pick for this Outliers this week. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please hit the like and subscribe. If you want to make any comments about the Thin Lizzy discography, Thin Lizzy, this album in particular, or anything I've said, you can put that in the comment section below. That would be appreciated. I try to comment wherever I can. Especially if they're asking a question, and try to do that. So please do that, and we will see you again next Saturday afternoon when we'll be doing an episode of Hidden Gems, which is the show that I alternate this with. And I hope to see you all then. So have yourself a good evening. Goodbye from Prog Monster. Take care.